Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I live in Nova Scotia in Canada. Thank you very much for clicking this video. I really do appreciate it. For my old subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. For my new subscribers, thank you for coming to join the family. And for my intended subscribers and those of you on the side, thinking should I join or not, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, so in this video today, I'll be talking about salary negotiation and employment benefits that people get in paid employment. I also to talk about that based on my experiences, and also to give tips and advice based on how much I know about this and how long I've been here. I've been here for about 5 years now, and I think I've had a fair number of experiences when it comes to salary negotiation and employment benefit. So I'll begin with salary negotiation. So as a newcomer in Canada, even as somebody who's been here for a while, it's very essential that you know how to negotiate your pay. You'll be surprised as to what the gap is between two people doing the same job, like the same job role, and you'll be shocked to see how much gap there is in their pay. I'll give an example of my very first experience. It was in 2017. I got this job. It was like a dream job to me at the time. This was my first job that I got. That was 8 to 4. I could do 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. It was that flexible. There was no weekend. There was no late hours. I had a lot of good perks, good benefits, and it was a good pay at the time. For me, it was like, so much money. I wasn't earning so much in Nigeria. So for that job, even though it was not so much, but to me, it was a huge deal, right? And I remember that I had two colleagues. They were also Nigerians. They're very big company, an IT company. And my job role then was a software associate. And I had a colleague who was earning 5,000 less than what I was earning. Somebody else was earning 5K more than what I was earning. So between the three of us, there was a $10,000 gap. So I will give an example. Like let me say the salary that I was earning was, say, let me just say $45,000. So $45,000. Somebody else was earning $40,000. Somebody was earning $50,000 per annum. So between the three of us, we had that gap. And in this workplace, they'll always tell you don't discuss your salary with anybody. It's not allowed. I didn't think much of that until I knew how much gap there was between these three of us. And there were even other gaps between us and some other people who were even maybe not immigrant, maybe they are originally from here and all of that. So that was what opened my eyes to how severe this was in Canada. It's a common practice here. So this experience opened my eyes to this practice. So it made me more intentional about salary negotiation. So when an employer is looking for a job, to fill up a job role, they could have a margin. So they could say they're looking for a particular job role, and they're able to pay, say, $55,000 to as much as $70,000. So if you come as an employee looking for, as a job seeker looking for this role, and you accept the first offer of $55,000, that's what you're going to get. But if you have on your own research to know how much this job role is paid in the industry, it helps you to negotiate better. In that way, you're able to say, oh, I know this job does offer this much money. Even though this industry is even though they say this job role is what they get in the industry, an employer may not be able to afford that much money. So you should be able to negotiate your way and, read the countenance of your recruiter or the HR to see if they are willing to go high or stick to what they've offered you. So as a newcomer, you may be afraid to, go high because you don't want to lose the opportunity. So just, talk to people about, if you have friends who work there, ask them, I got this interview to go for in your workplace. Do you know how much they earn? Mingle with people at work, do your research, you go online, go to job sites, you always see salary, are people talking about salary, how much this job role gets. So that will help you to be able to negotiate better as a newcomer, right? So that's that. And also, don't always shortchange yourself. That happened to me a lot when I just came. I always think, do I really deserve this much money? Where I'm coming from, did I earn this much money? Not forgetting the fact that what I was paying as bills back home, it's not the same thing as what I'm paying here. For example, when we came, our rent here was like times 10 of what we're paying in Nigeria. So you don't expect to get that much if you're earning X amount of money in Nigeria. You don't think that when you get maybe double or triple that money is something. No, what you get should be like it to equate to the bills you're paying here, right? That's that as regards salary negotiations. Another thing I also like to talk about is benefit. So most times we always look at the take-home pay, like the salary. No, there's more to a job than the salary you're going to get paid, like take home. What we call employment benefits. So there's dental, there's vision, there's tons of benefits that you get. So if job A is offering you say $75,000 per annum with no benefit, for example, and job B is offering you say $65,000 per annum, that's to you is less than 10k, right? That's a lot of money. But if you look at, and they're offering you benefit, like full benefit for dental, for vision and the likes. If you're a single person who don't really need so much of this benefit, you may take the one offering you much more. But if you're a family of say 5, 6, you have 3, 4 kids who are going to use this benefit, in the long run, you're earning more with this job offering you lesser pay, but full benefit. So always think about the pay vis-a-vis the employment benefit, and all that should be in the picture before you accept whatever job offer you want to accept, right? So that's thought I should elaborate that. Another thing we also do is when we get this job, we are signing the document. Okay, they're telling you maybe during the onboarding that you get benefits, this, that. You don't even pay attention to these benefits. You don't even know what you have. Some know dental vision. That's the most of people know, but there are tons of other benefits that you get. Let me read some of the things I get at work. So some of this I don't even know what they even mean to start with. Let me see. So I have acupuncturist, athletic therapist, chiropodist, chiropractor, massage, naturopath, osteopath, physiotherapist, podiatrist, psychologist, speech therapist, social worker, and many more, like crutches, wheelchair, dental, vision, like contact lenses, glasses, what else here? A lot, like tons of things, diabetic equipment, hearing aids, hospital beds. For example, in my previous job, so in Nova Scotia, when you give birth, you get to stay in the general ward that has 4 beds. But in my employment, I was going to be able to get a semi-private ward that had 2 people in it. And when I was there, I was the only one in that room till I left. So I had a lot of room to myself. My spouse was able to sleep, the kids were able to come. So if I did not know that I had that benefit at work, I would have missed the opportunity, right? And I mean, there are tons of other things you get as benefit, like list of them. And the reason why I even know this is because I have an app where I check all this. They even have like out of country benefit. So maybe if I travel out of the country now and I incur something, maybe an expense, a bill, I'm able to get paid back with from my employer. So there are tons of things you get as an employee of your workplace. So it's good to know and make use of this employment benefit. Like for example, I never get to exhaust my massage for the year. I always have a balance carrying forward, and you're not able to carry these things forward. Once you lose it for that year, that's it. And it's my own workplace. I don't know how it happens elsewhere. So I just thought to enlighten us. Let me also add this, that when you are negotiating your salary, you have to be very smart about it. Don't just call up any amount that comes to mind. Do your research, know how much this job role does get in the industry, and also know what you're bringing to the table. So if you're asking for XYZ amount, you should know what it is you're offering back to the company, right? That's very, very important, right? There as a newcomer who probably don't have experience in Canada yet, so you have to be very careful, and also don't shortchange yourself, right? And also another tip I'll give is don't give a particular amount. You could say I would like between this and this, like a range, more like. Also be mindful that because you're a newcomer, you may not be able to bargain as much like somebody who's been here for a while would be able to, because there are a number of factors that does play a role in you getting a particular amount for a job role. So for one, it's years of experience, education, Also experience those I've talked about salary negotiation. I've talked about employment benefit. I also like to highlight another area of benefits. So it's called the pensions, the RRSP, that's registered retirement savings plan, TFSA, tax-free savings account, and the likes. Some companies would offer you that, okay, they may say if you contribute say 5% to your RRSP, they will match it up by 5%. So you get 5% from the employer. That's if you contribute. Some will say, oh no, I don't want to contribute. I have what I want to use all of my salary to do. What you forget is that when you don't contribute, you are losing that 5% the employer is offering you. So that's free money you're saying no to, right? The same thing too with pension. Some will say if you contribute, some will say, okay, there's a flat rate of 3%, you get 3% from the employer. But if you do an extra 2% on your own, they'll give you an extra 2%. So always read these clauses, these benefits, because all in the long run, all these things, add up. Like for your pension, it's important that like if you intend to be in paid employment, you know what you're saving towards your retirement, right? So know what you're getting for your pensions, for your RRSP, TFSA. Even though I'm not a financial advisor or expert, but I think that I've been able to understand that this country, particularly this Canada, you have to be very, very intentional about your finances. Yes, before you know it, like time is going, you're getting old. You think I have all the years in the world. It's very good to like be intentional about your savings, your retirement, your investments. Another thing I also like to talk about is the RESP for the kids, education like funds for the kids. Know what you're getting from where this money is, know how to maximize this investment, so that when your kids grow to get to go to college or university, you have funds to cater for their tuition, and you don't have to solely depend on student loan. Nothing wrong with student loans, don't get me wrong, but if you have the means to save up for these kids before they get to that stage, it's very, very important. So take your finances very seriously. This country, they will offer you all the money in the world for credits. The bank will tell you, come and get this credit. They'll offer you all sorts. Don't get carried away. Like, be very intentional about your savings, about your how you spend your money, how to invest your money, how to plan for your future, really, for yourself, for your kids, for your family, and all that. You have to chip that in. Sometimes we even contribute to these policies like RRSPs, the TFS, the pensions plan, and we forget about them. We don't even know how these funds are doing. We don't know where these funds are. We're not able to access the funds. Maybe go online, maybe on the app, to know how these funds are doing. So it's not only about contributing. It's also very paramount that you follow up with your investments, know how they are doing. If you need to get a financial planner or advisor, please do so and know how these funds are doing, right? It's about your investment, it's your money, to add in money, it's your investment. So do well to follow up with it and know how these funds are doing. Then let me also add something about the RRSP, that's the Registered Retirement Savings Plan. There are two programs that the government does. One is called the Home Buyer Plan. You're able to withdraw as much as $35,000 from this account as a first-time home buyer. And another one is called the Lifelong Learning Program. You're able to take as much as $10,000 from this account to pay for your tuition, for yourself or for your spouse per year. So instead of paying tax, because when you withdraw from your RRSP on a regular basis, you get to pay taxes. But if you withdraw for home buyer program or lifelong learning program, you don't get to pay taxes. So I have to also add that there. So all these things, some people don't even know, and some people just go withdraw from their RRSP to buy a house, and they are a first-time home buyer, they pay taxes. Meanwhile, they are able to benefit from these programs by the government. There are a lot of things that could help living here much better, because here we are like the tax system here could really get you sometimes. But when you know how to save money, how to make wise decisions, financial decisions, investments, and all of those things, they do add up to something in the long run. Another thing I also observe, like from my own experience, is that we always have this imposter syndrome. Like, you always think, am I really worth it? Am I really worthy of this position, of this money? And that happens to me a lot. Even till now, I still have some doubts about myself. Like, do I really worth? Am I really this good? Am I really, am I really able to do this? But from time to time, just call yourself, pick yourself up. Individuals, we should always, know our worth, even our tax to it. And, and whenever you have good happening to us, don't doubt yourself, don't second guess yourself. grab it, enjoy the moment, and get better while at it. And when you're talking about your pay or doing any negotiations, don't just dwell only on the take-home pay. Ask for other benefits you get, like the flexibility of your work hours, your what else, like what else can I think of, like the leave, how much time you get off work, if there are bonuses, incentives, and all of those things, those could also add up to something. Also, aside the pay, the benefits, like all those other things I mentioned, like dental, vision, and like there are also other benefits like training. Like for my workplace now, there are tons of trainings I have access to, I'm able to do. So all those things, you'll be surprised at how much you're getting value for, because if you're to pay for these courses, for example, it's a lot of money. So all those things add up to what you get overall as your pay. So don't just dwell on the pay itself. Like look beyond all of that. As a newcomer or as a job seeker generally, you may be faced with a dilemma, quote unquote, of having to choose an offer between maybe 2 or 3 offers you have at hand. You have to be able to compare what A, B, C brings to the table. So all these things I've said, even though it's more tailored to those in paid employment, there are also things that you can also do as a self-employed person as well. There are personal RSPs you can get for yourself. There are insurances you can get for maybe you have few staff. So there are things you can also do as a self-employed person as well. So it's not only about those in paid employment. So and when you are looking for a job through a recruiter, through like a middleman, so we have some recruiting companies that recruit for an employer, for example. Those ones want you to do the job for as low as possible, so they are able to get much more money, because there's an amount they agree with the employer. The employer will give them that amount. So whatever they pay you is not the employer's problem or business, right? So the more money they're able to make off you, the better for them. So you have to be very careful with those ones. But as a newcomer, maybe you don't have a choice. You could start with that and don't have like a choice to negotiate your pay. So just know how to play your game, and the more experience you have, the longer you stay here in the workforce, you're able to negotiate your pay. And even if you get into the workforce itself, you're able to even negotiate your salary upon, like, once they hire you, maybe over a period of time, you're able to call up maybe your supervisor, your team lead, or your manager to say, oh, I think I deserve much more than what I'm getting, and explain why you should get this more that you're asking for, maybe, or what you have put on the table, and all of those things. Then another vital aspect of benefits for me is the leave that you get. So your sick leave, your personal days, your vacation days. Some companies even offer you days for volunteer and all of those things. So you should know what you're getting from your employment, so you know how to maximize, how to utilize this to the maximum, right? Because as most of these things, you're not able to carry them forward to the next year. So once you lose them, you lose them. So why not use them if you have them? And I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made some sense. I hope that you found a thing or two in this video. And please, if you have more information about things I've said, if you're more savvy when it comes to finances, investments, please do well to drop a comment in this under this video. Would really appreciate it. We are all here to learn from one another. We don't know it all. It's good that the more we know, the better we're able to plan ourselves, because we all came here as immigrants to this country, and the least we want is not to get the benefits, the full benefits there are in your employment, from the government. All the benefits you get, maximize them. Don't get carried away. Plan for the future. Plan for the future. I think I couldn't say that enough. So I really do appreciate you watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please do well to subscribe, comment, like, share my videos. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Have a great time. Bye. Ciao. I found this job site and I thought to share them. I can attest to LinkedIn and Indeed. These two have been very vital to my job search in Canada. So you could also check them out. And also Job Bank as well. Canada Job Bank. Just try them out.